Okay, a little double trouble.
Yes, double trouble. Welcome. Here we are. Here
I
we
swear
are.
to
Here we are. Here we are. Welcome, everybody, to the Papa Pank podcast. My name is Justin Jane.
wait.
Oh.
Hey, everybody just hold on a second. Okay.
We got that Poppa Pank. We got that Poppa Pank. We got that Poppa Pank. We got that Poppa Pank.
Greetings. Welcome to the Papa Pank podcast. I am Kayleen Sarkoen, my friend and my co-host.
Justin Jane.
There's a lot of gray in the world. We think it needs a little more pain. A Papa Pank. We are Philly-based, multi-hyphenated, and award-winning actors on all things art and culture in this joy-forward and ever-playful variety podcast. You are listening to our theme song composed by Jordan McCree, member of the band Ill Dukes. We welcome you, Pank Papas, both old and new. Make sure that you rate us rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcast. And with that, let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Well, ba ba da 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 da. Welcome. Congrats to all the graduates out there. It is that time of year. We are at the end of May here on Papa Pank. And on the show, we are graduating into June and are so excited to be sharing what we've been up to with you, our Pank Papas. And it is that time of year in Philly when the cool weather is starting to feel like summer. And I know, Jaylene, you are loving that. And also, everything is starting to come to a close, the end of the theater seasons. School is getting out for the summer, and big changes are afoot. Both Jaylene and I have been doing some exciting projects and have some big ones coming up. So you'll hear all about that in this episode. But the most exciting part of today's episode is having the Jessica Johnson, hey fellow JJ, as our pop-in guest tonight. A stunning Philly performer and artist. We are so excited to get to know her a little more and hear about the awesome show she's currently starring in at Theater Horizon. All that and more in this springy episode.
Yes. Now, the last time we were here, we celebrated our 3-year anniversary. We reflected on how far we've come. We talked about what had us tickled Pank. And for our hot topic, we discussed some of the plays that we've seen for our Papa Plays with Papa Pank series. Now, if you missed it, catch the replay on YouTube or Facebook. Eventually you'll be able to listen wherever you get your podcast. You know, we are currently a little bit of a backlog, but we get in there. Okay, we are getting there. We thank you for your patience. So what's happening even sooner than the episodes uploading to the podcast is that we are going to chat with Jessica Johnson. Now, Jessica is my friend and my beach partner. We have gone to the beach at least once a year for the past 4 years. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. You know, and that deserves to be celebrated. And it might be celebrated with a little something to sip on. You know, just I feel like it's about that time.
Mm-hmm.
Get your glass so we can clank.
It's time for that. Papa drank.
Ooh, Papa drank.
Papa drank.
Papa drank.
Papa drank. And cheers. And cheers. Arriba, abajo, a centro, pa dentro, jingle masakara, mabuhay, wello.
Oh.
Hey, Pank Papas, what are you drinking tonight and why? Let us know what you're drinking in the chat, or if you're listening to the podcast while you're driving, scream it out loud, but don't drink and drive. While you're letting us know, Jaylene, what are you drinking?
Today, you know, I'm just having a little limoncello seltzer. I don't know if you can see it.
LaCroix.
And my people are from St. Croix, you know, so this is
There you
like
go.
a family brand.
There was a whole commercial. Did we talk about this where there's like a boardroom and they're like trying to figure out how to pronounce it and they're like
Yes.
LaCroix or LaCroix and then the person was like enjoy LaCroix. So that's how they remember it.
That's
Fun
good.
fact.
That's good. Fun fact. What are you drinking today?
Well, since we are recording this episode in May, it's also AAPI, Asian American, Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And I am Filipino, but I wanted to celebrate with some Japanese sake. Now, for those of you who don't drink sake, there's my bottle. I have no idea what it says.
Okay.
For those who don't drink sake, this is a rice wine. It's like if a white wine and a gin had a baby, and it can be served hot or cold. And here I have a cold one that has been in my fridge for ages, but tonight this is the perfect time to enjoy it. So happy AAPI month.
Yes.
I'm also excited to celebrate Pride next month.
Cheers.
Look at that. Double duty.
Yeah. So, side note, have you ever gone sake bombing?
Oh, where you put like a shot in your sake or sake in a beer?
Yes.
What is it?
Yes, the latter.
The sake and a beer. Yes. Those are my college days are all a blur, but if you can name it, I drank it.
Oh my gosh. Sake bombing was such a thing in school up in Ithaca. We would go to the Cornell campus and like be banging on the table. You put the straws and you put the sake and then you do this and then it falls into the beer. Anyway, that's what
is there a way we can just go back to our old selves and be like, what are you doing? There are so many there are those ingredients in that drink that you're about to put in your body. There's better ways to enjoy that.
No, that was the fun.
It's part of it. Those drinks were made for those kids.
It's part of life. It's part
of life. Okay.
Okay, what are our pink Poppas drinking this evening? Janice having her Old Faithful water. I hear you. Mama Pat is having just a little lemonade tonight. It's been a long day. Yes, Mama Pat been working. We'll talk more about what she's working on a little bit later.
Yeah. This all has me pretty tickled pink, I'd say.
Well, that brings us to our next segment, Tickle Pank. Now, Tickle Pank is usually where we talk about something that has recently been bringing us joy, and it's a bit of a catch-up for Justin and I. So, Justin, what has you tickled Pank these days?
Okay, well, the very first thing I need to talk about is my new dog, Penelope, who I got since the last episode we filmed, and Jaylene got to meet her at Hot House. She became the Hot House mascot there. But going back to On Topic Arts and Culture here, I just closed The Play That Goes Wrong at 1812 Productions, and it was so good, so well received. Thank you, everybody who came out, and I learned a lot about comedy, about farce, about myself, and it's just so lovely to be doing a show that was sold out every night, standing ovation every night. It felt like we were rock stars, and yeah, it's heartening after some of the Philly shows that I've been in the audience for or on stage from, but how small our audiences have been recently. So that's great. Thank you, Mama Pat, saying I had a brilliant performance.
It was. I laughed a lot.
Yes. And then we've just started rehearsing 12th Night at the Wilma. More on that in a future episode, but that is the show that Mama Pat is stage managing. Also, huge shout out to Mama Pat. This is her 100th show stage managing at the Wilma. That's
100.
I can't even count that high. That's huge. So we'll talk about that more in a future episode. But yes, it is a lot of work specifically for Mama Pat. I get to go on in like 3 scenes and be done. And the last thing that has me tickle pink is Jaylene, you turned me on to the show on Amazon Prime called Jury Duty.
Yes.
And I thought that was comedy genius. For those of you that don't know, run to your Amazon, watch this show. It's 8 episodes long. They take a real person and put him in a fake documentary about jury duty. Everyone around him is an actor. Every single person is an actor except for him. And it's really a study in comedy improv, because what these actors have to do is pretty amazing. And yes, it is very much like Truman Show. Yes, there are ethical questions at the heart of it all. Yes, it also skewers the American jury, the judicial system. But all of that aside, it is worth it. Go watch it. It is funny, and I endorse. Jaylene, what has you tickle pink?
Yes, Justin would be amazing on that show, by the way.
You would.
Okay. What has me tickle pink is that I am officially a card carrying member of SAG-AFTRA. Okay. I had to join SAG after doing my 3rd episode of Law and Order, which aired last week. Well, they kept calling your girl back. So I said, I'm available. Okay. I'm available. But no, I'm really thankful to the people down at Law and Order. Like, such a great opportunity. And I got to learn a lot about being in the entertainment industry, a lot about being on a television show and how it works. And it was great to get to know that without the pressure of lines. It's like, okay, I had one line, I knew what I had to say, and so it was like very low stakes in terms of memorizing, but still high stakes because you're on a show. But I loved being able to get used to being on a television show in that way. So I'm very grateful. Now, I joined at a heck of a time.
I know you did.
Heck of a time, WGA, the Writers Guild Association, yes, is striking. And if the negotiations don't go well for SAG, then we will also be striking on June 7th. So it's like, dang, like I just got here. I didn't just stepped in the door, didn't take my coat off yet, and they already like, here, vote for this, vote to authorize the strike. Let me get my bearings, but I'm happy to be here. And listen, they're gonna fight for our rights, and it's gonna be good. So,
and that's real. I wonder if Actors Equity will stand with SAG, because they are sister companies and unions. And if you're a listener out there and you have no idea what we're talking about, you're living under a rock, and please go research and stand with our unions. We cannot have AI be taking our writing jobs from our writers. Oof.
It's a lot. And the directors might also strike. So we all might be on strike. So yeah.
Well, that news is absolutely popping. So speaking of popping, I think it's the time for the segment we've all been waiting for. Let us pop in with Poppa Pank. Now, we here on the podcast love our interview segment. This is our chance to catch up with some of our industry friends and share with our audiences a little bit about their processes and personal stories as professional artists. This is where you've seen us hang out with folks like James Imes, David Diggs, Robin Hood, Khalil Kane, Tasha Marie Canales, Mama Pat, and a host of other film, TV, stage, and music artists.
We are so excited to welcome our special guest, Jessica Johnson. So before we bring Jessica out, let me get into the bio. Ooh, I just realized there was a word I forgot to ask you how to pronounce. Well, we gonna just roll with it. Here we go. Jessica Johnson is a Philadelphia-based performer and teaching artist. She began her artistic career in Philadelphia as a Dorothy Haas acting apprentice at the Walnut Street Theater. Over the past few years, she has performed in readings, workshops, and full-length productions all over the region. She received a Barrymore Award for Outstanding Lead Performer in a musical as Celie in The Color Purple. During her time in Philadelphia, she was awarded an Independence Foundation Fellowship, Gilleen Ringgold Residency, and the Hatch Residency to develop independent work. Please give a warm welcome for Jessica Johnson.
Hey, Jessica, welcome to Poppa Pank. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing, and what is your Poppa drank tonight?
Hi, I'm so excited. This is so much fun already. I've just been sitting backstage watching, and I'm excited. Anyway, my Poppa drink, and don't judge me because I do have the whole bottle up here, but is Health Aid kombucha. Ginger and milk.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I'm only gonna have a tiny glass, and I was like, no, you're not.
Get the whole bottle.
Bring the whole bottle. You'll go back for ice. Be honest with yourself.
I love that.
How are you doing tonight?
So good. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. So we're going to ask you a few questions, and then because we are all about the shenanigans here, we're going to play some games. In the meantime, Pank Poppa's out there. If you have questions for the Jessica Johnson, drop them in the comments, and we'll do our best to get some of them answered at the end. Cool.
Yes. Okay. So for the first question, this is a 3-part question, so feel free to just rattle off the answers.
Okay.
Where did you grow up? Where your people from? And what's your favorite or one of your favorite foods?
Yes. Okay. I am from Richmond, Virginia. 804. If you know, you know. We country, but we really rep that area code hard. Like it means something. I love Richmond. My mom grew up in West Philly, actually not far from where I live now. Shout out to West Philly. Best Philly. And my dad is actually a country boy. Like he will tell you straight up. He grew up in Suffolk, Virginia. And most of my kin are from the South. So I'm just, a child that grew up in the Southern Baptist Church.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. And what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is my mother's macaroni and cheese.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
I love that.
Simply no one could ever. They could never.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit more then about yourself as an actor? Like, how did you get into all of this? And like, what kind of work do you enjoy doing? Because I know you do a whole lot of different work.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I started off as an actor. I didn't take an acting class or I wasn't in a play until college.
Wow.
So I was like a late bloomer, as my professor once called me. Late to the game, but really excited to be there. So I discovered theater in college. I signed up for an acting 1 class by accident. I was like, I'll take this theater class. It'll be easy. I'll complete my honors credit. And my teacher gave me the artist way as a part of my honors credit assignment. And that was all she wrote. That was it. I was gone. I loved it. I was obsessed. And like had to do like a final project. And I spent more time on that final project during my exam week than probably anything else. I was like just so excited to do it. And then I got an apprenticeship with the Walnut Street Theater right out of school. And I was like, okay, I have no professional experience. They tell me this is a good idea. I'll do that. And yeah, I did a lot of educational theater and was kind of doing like lots of like education and then sort of into like theater as entertainment, like fun shows, jukebox shows sort of vibe. And then I've been gravitating towards and have always gravitated towards like theater as a space to not just entertain, but an environment that keeps asking questions. So I'm really drawn to like work that makes me uncomfortable, that challenges me and makes me question like my thoughts and my thought systems, my belief systems, and like requires me to remain curious, like in the work. And I just love that about theater. Like we are witnessing while being witnessed, and I'm drawn to like the responsibility and the honor that it is to like be a storyteller and like caretake for those that are on the journey with us when we're telling the story. It's just, there's nothing like it. So any kind of theater that can give me that, sign me up.
That's amazing. Because you also do musicals and straight plays. You're like one of the few artists that traverses both of those worlds. Jalen and I securely stay in our straight play lane. And that's awesome to hear that that's what draws you. Okay, I do some musicals.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where did you go to college and what did you major in? Because we have a lot of students that listen.
Oh, word. I went to James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. They have a scholarship program there, and I have a twin sister who is not watching because she is like asleep right now. But I love my sister Ashley. We went there on scholarship together, and it was great to have the opportunity to go to school, and we were on an academic scholarship. It was a huge blessing.
What was your major?
To do that. Oh, right. Duh. I'm rambling. Thank you, Justin. Keep me on task. My major, I double majored in theater and psychology with a minor in Spanish.
What?
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
too many.
yeah, it was. It was.
Double
It really
major
was a
and
lot.
a minor. Wow.
Mhm. It was a
Wow.
lot. It was a lot.
Whew.
But your girl likes school. She
There you
really
go.
did.
I
Yes.
love that.
Yeah.
And you love theater. And so
I
that
do.
leads to my next question. You're
Mm.
currently acting, you're on the stage in the theater at Theater Horizon in
It-
Blasted, which is by Charlie, is it Yvonne Simpson?
Yes.
Yes, Charlie Yvonne Simpson. Now, for those unfamiliar, here is a short synopsis of the play. Angela and Odessa are falling apart. No, like they're literally falling apart. And the only person who can save them is it Ada or Ada?
Ada.
Ada, a wellness guru who is shockingly still in one piece. Follow Angela, Odessa, and Ada through the desert as they search for a cure for their ailment before they get swept away completely. So, my question is, how does this metaphor of Black women falling apart show up in the play? And in what ways do you see it show up in reality?
This is a great question. It shows up in a lot of ways in the play. I think there are many manifestations, both literal and figurative, wink, hint, that arise. Like the play itself is seated in this absurd world where anything is really on the table because we have this separation from our own reality. But I think that separation gives us the opportunity to have distance from it and also be able to touch into those moments that we relate. We get a little bit of the of us like trying to identify and grapple with and find the answers to this trope of the strong Black woman, this like good warrior survivor. We're dealing with mental health. We're talking about healing, connection, sisterhood, and all of the highs and lows in between. Just simply existing in the world as a Black woman in America, in spite of and in response to the world around us. And so to be in this absurd world and to find so many parallels, I invite everyone to come check it out and share the parallels that you experience, because they're there. And there are moments where we're like, whoo, so glad this is just the play. Yeah.
Wow. Was the last time you were on that stage in your Barrymore award-winning performance in Color Purple?
Yes, it was.
How does it feel to be back there?
It feels so good. Well, I guess so. It's the first time that I've been back on stage for a full-length production. I did their like holiday concerts for 2 years.
Yep.
But yeah, it's the first time that I've done like a full-length production with them. And The Color Purple was like the first musical that I really ever did. So it's like weird to be like, I did a musical. Now I'm gonna do the thing that I do, which is straight plays. Yeah.
That is shocking. I thought you were like a musical theater actress.
No. I just really
Very
want to
good.
be. I love
You just have a good voice.
theater.
You just like to sing and have a good voice, but you mainly like to act.
We all be singing in the shower. We all sound good in the shower.
If I could sound like Jessica Johnson in the shower, now my life would be different. That's amazing.
That is
Well,
so generous.
I'm excited about Sandblasted and especially all the work that all the artists are doing. There's a lot of challenges both on stage and backstage. Without spoiling anything that's going to happen in the show, you get to engage with some really exciting stuff on that. But I'm going to switch gears for a second and talk about June, which is busting out all over.
Yes, it is.
It's right around the corner. So I'm excited to celebrate Pride. So I can't help but geek out about having a fellow artist from Team Rainbow on the show. I wonder who else we've had on the show that is from Team Rainbow, and I cannot recall.
James.
Who invented Team Rainbow, basically. But what does it mean for you to be an LGBTQIA plus artist in Philly right now?
Yeah, there is no place like Philly. Like, to be queer and be in Philly, there's simply nothing like it. We are, get into us. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. When I started out in Philly, I had a different experience. Like, I wasn't out. So I was like, I don't really know anyone. And also, like, it felt like there were fewer people of color that were queer, fewer people that were in the space that were LGBTQIA plus. Simply because I was like, I don't know anybody and I'm new here and I don't know what's going on. And it's been really exciting to to experience like my view grow, because I know that the queer experience has always been in our community, within the theater community specifically. And I'm excited about like the amount of work that is that's like happening now that like really speaks to queer experience, and then that that there are more readings, that there are more shows that are really head on, like attempting to navigate and to put this in front of patrons who may not have that experience. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and I really do have to shout out James for sort of being a capstone for all of that stuff in Philly specifically. Writing, there's plenty of shows and plays I think out there for white queer folks, but not many for people of color. And I think James is changing that.
For those who might have just tuned in, we are referencing James Imes, Pulitzer Prize winning, Tony nominated James Imes.
Yes, I mean Fat Ham, of course, but even the most recent show, Abandon at Theater Exile, and all of the roles that he writes. Really, he wrote a role for me in one of his plays, which is amazing. It's like something that was unheard of when I came to Philly, and it makes me really both proud to be a Philadelphian and excited to be kind of at the forefront of all of this.
Yeah, it's really an honor to like witness and to participate and just to go into an audition and be like, I know this person's experience. This person's experience aligns with mine, and I can see myself in the world of this play. Like I exist in the world of this play, which means I exist in the world, and it's being confirmed in such a way that's like so exciting. I feel you, James. And I'm a huge James Imes knows how I feel about him. I love his work.
I love that. I love that. I love that we all need to have our voices represented in this industry. And, you know, because it's a tough one. It's a tough one to be in. And, you know, life, I feel like, you know, life is filled with highs and lows. And I think as being an artist in the entertainment industry, it can be very easy and understandable to just be like, hey, I've tried. I'm ready to move on, something else. And sometimes people take a long break from acting, like years, and then come back to the arts later. And sometimes they just never return. So I'm curious for you, have you ever felt like you wanted to quit acting or take a break from acting? And if so, what made you return?
Yeah, when the pandemic hit, and we were in the wake of the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and so many others, and we had that time alone, you know, in our own spaces, I found myself in a lot of affinity group conversations. And like, I really discovered that I had like honestly, like a lot of rage and a lot of pain that I needed to heal from. And I did step away from theater. And, you know, it didn't hurt that everyone had sort of paused, so to speak, to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to take this beat. And then I realized that I actually needed a longer beat than just as long as the pandemic was. I needed more time. And then it wasn't about having more time. It was, can I actually return to this? Can I heal from this? Can I return to this healed? What does me being healed in this space look like? What are those boundaries? How do I exist? Because I will show up differently potentially than what people understood me to be prior to this. And so I stopped for, I guess, what was it, like June? It hit and everyone stopped working and I stopped auditioning and I said, please don't contact me. And that was huge and terrifying. I was like, I went to school for this. Now what? Yeah. But in that time away, like it just showed me, it just reminded me that like we exist in a very big world that is also very small. And the more time that I took away, the more engaged I became and leaned into the world around me, the community around me that wasn't necessarily our theater community, the more I really got in touch with like, who am I seeking to represent as witness to on stage? Who am I seeking to create space for that doesn't identify with my experience? And like, how can I actively seek out work that's doing that? And working full time has been such a blessing because I have the ability and the power, true power, 10 toes down in saying no. Which has been really crazy to be like, no, thank you. I do not wish to audition. That is literally not a thing actors say. For those listening who don't know all the things, that's definitely a thing you don't do. But also to be in a community that, like, if I email and I say, I would like to just audition, like, I would like to scratch that itch. I would like to explore this. I would like to audition and really be considered. Like, to be in a space where I can heal and figure out how to return has really been a blessing.
Yes. And when you say working full time has allowed you to do that, you mean working full time in a non-acting job, correct?
That's correct. Oh, yeah. Working full time in front of a computer. It's a blessing. Shout out to all my coworkers. They're not watching. Yeah, working a 9 to 5 every day. Yeah, it also like just helps you keep it in perspective. It's like people who come to this show, they got up from a desk and decided that this was how they wanted to end their day on like a Thursday evening or a Friday night. Like those little things of like what it is to be in a, like what those different spaces look like, what those experiences look like has been really an honor to like to witness. And I know I sound like a creep because I like to people watch, but that's just who I am.
How do you navigate that, having like a full-time job and then like a theater job, which becomes a full-time gig for, you know, a few weeks and then goes back to part-time? How did you manage that? I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know. I would argue not well. Not, I think like you do the best you can. My daddy always says you do the best you can with the information you have. And so like I just try my best, like meal prep, prioritize rest, drink water. And the minute that those things don't happen, like I'm a little under the weather right now, and I'm like, oh, what were the things you didn't do? You did not drink enough water. You did not rest enough. But like, yeah, for like 3 weeks, you just know that you're gonna have to push through it. But honestly, I would argue that like artists who are out here hustling, the schedule is the same. The only difference is that I only show up to one place.
Right.
And it's for a concentrated amount of time, which doesn't have the same flexibility. Yeah, but it's possible. It is not, is like theater, it is not for the faint of heart. Yeah,
Wow,
but it's totally possible.
That's heartening to hear as somebody who's flirted with the daydream of like, what is it like to have a full-time job
Yeah.
and then do like theater when on my own terms, when I want to, not when I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exciting that you found that.
You know, we're very grateful. The theater community is grateful and honored to have you back. But I'm so glad you took that time, because I think that's really important, what you were talking about recognizing that you needed that time to heal so that you can show back up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we feel this pressure to be like, well, if I don't, if I step away, then they'll forget me and I won't be able to do the things. But you trust in your talent, your mental health, your physical well-being is the most important thing. And so I applaud you for taking care of that and then assessing, like, can I come back to this community? And you were able to, because you took that time away. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
Seconded. Your light is so necessary in our community, and it's nice to have you back. So before we go to our question from our Pank Poppas, I have one last one. So it's just about, what are some other things in your life outside of being an artist or a full-time worker that you love doing in the world? Like, what else gives you joy? Do you have hobbies?
Yes, which I feel like before the pandemic, I didn't. I was like, I'm going to work and I'm going to audition. I'm going to work. Now I love knitting. The minute it's cold outside, I am in the store buying yarn I ain't got no business buying.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, but it's so soft. Yeah. And then there's so many colors, and it's just like, I really love making hats. I only know how to make one type of hat. I will eventually venture outside of my comfort zone, but I was really excited to learn how to knit that hat, and that's the only pattern I know. But like knitting brings me joy. And I got like many unfinished projects like shoved in a box. So just live your life, knit when you want, purl when you want. If you know. Roller skating. Shout out to my roller skating people.
All right.
I love roller skating. I started roller skating with Danielle, Lene, and some other Theater Philly folks, and it brings me so much joy. You want to talk about community, like the beauty of roller skating is that like there's just confirmation that like there are so many types of communities. Like my line sister always says, like, find your weird, like whatever your weird is, get into it, like lean into it. And like skating is like, it's, I know roller skating is like so niche. I know that it's like really trendy right now, but like that community has been there. They've been strong, and like they're so warm and welcoming, and there's like so much to learn and to do, and like to watch how you grow, and it is amazing. What else I do? Oh, reading books, because we all like to read. You know, we read a play, we read a book, or a magazine. You know, I during the pandemic, y'all no joke, I got to the point where I was like, I need to take care of my mental health. And honestly, ain't nothing scarier than being Black in America right now. Seriously, I was like, I got into thrillers. I love a comedy thriller. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'd be like, yep. And I'd be out here reading the reviews.
What's a comedy thriller you're geeking out about right now?
I'm really excited for The Blackening. That's more like, yeah, I feel like that's a comedy thriller, comedy horror genre. I'm excited for The Blackening to come out. Like, yes, please. I did watch every version of Scream because I love the formula. I love that it's making fun of the genre. Yep. It's like it's everything. And I love a bad horror film, like terrible blood, like not real, like obviously gummy bears that you melted in the microwave. Like I'm into it. And going to the beach with Jaylene. Yes, I look forward to it every year.
Can't wait. So excited.
You need friends that will go to the beach with you. There's nothing like the beach. Come to
so the beach, I know we're about to go to the audience question, but what beach are you two going to go to? Have you been going to Margate? Is that where you've been going? No.
Maybe we should go there.
Right. Wait, I don't know what that is.
Where have you been going?
Ocean City.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
I give me my little $5 and I go. That's great.
That's right.
We got our umbrella.
That's right.
That day, so Jaylene took me to Ocean City, and it was bonkers that day.
Oh no!
It was just like a wall
quiet day. When did you
remember? Go? We crowded that day.
It was crowded. We just like umbrellas.
Because you and I, Jessica, we usually go like in the morning.
We go early. You have to understand. We go early.
Yes.
Good.
No traffic. We out in them streets. Sun rising. It's us. We out.
That's right.
Getting you a little chicken wing, a little roll.
That's right. Our little chicken and our rolls. Okay, I'm getting hungry. Yes, all right, we have a question from the audience. First of all, Mama Pat says, big hugs, Jessica.
Hi.
And the question that she has is, have you ever considered directing?
Yes, Miss Pat, I have. Hi, I love you. I hope you are well this evening. I have. I directed a holiday concert. Shout out to Theater Horizon, who's just, I stand for them. They're out here doing the work. They have a lot of supplemental programming that goes along with Sandblasted. Please check out the website. Jaylene will be there one night for an open mic night. Just as a quick plug, there's a lot of programming that is available. Theater Horizon is doing the work, and I actually pitched them to do a holiday concert with folks from The Color Purple, and they were like, "Okay, we'll get back to you." And I was like, "Cool." I shot my shot, and that's it. I did it though. That was all I needed to do. All they could say is no, it's cool. And then they were like, "Actually, yeah." And I was like, "What?" So I directed once. But that was like a concert. If I could direct a show, Miss Pat, The Colored Museum. I love The Colored Museum, y'all. I'm obsessed with that show. It was the first play that I read that had Black and brown bodies in it. And I was like, yep. I have not read it in several years. I do not know if it has aged well, but I do love that show.
Okay. Well, this is noted. It's in the world. And I think Knock Knock Interact, that was one of their shows that they did in the Wayback Machine that was super successful, and it's like time to revise. And I'd be excited to see what a contemporary lens does to any classic play. That's like one of my wheelhouses is like, how do we take something that we know and look at it anew or fresh? And so
and even consider how to parallel them, like how to find the new work that is contemporary to that and say, like, we're going to do this classic piece and we're going to put it in the same season, or in the next season we'll do like Booty Candy, and you get to see how these two things rub up against each other and see like what happens.
Yo, that booty
There
candy,
you
when I saw
Justin.
that at the Wilma, that changed me. Did you see that at the Wilma?
Yes.
It changed.
Literally, Brent Thomas, shout out to Brent. He
Oh.
was like, I'm going to see this play tonight. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you should get a ticket. It's almost sold out. And I got a ticket. And I was like, what is this theater? What
It
is
was
this work?
like,
Who are
it
these
was
people?
ahead of its time. Mama
Ooh.
Pat was there. It was, Ross was in it.
Yes, I
Current Hot House
remember.
Country member Ross Bechler. A lot of Ross was in it.
A lot of Ross was in
It.
I remember when I met
still-
him, I was like, I know who you are.
I know.
I was like,
Oh,
my
He
bad.
naked?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're not saying that, but
I'm not
yes.
saying it, but yes. What
Wow.
I actually said was worse. I was like, you the one that did the thing with the table. And
Yup,
he was like,
yup.
yes, who are you?
There's just some
Sorry,
things you
Ross.
can't
I
unsee.
was
But
young and dumb.
I'm so
I'm
glad
really
that you
excited.
saw that, and
Oh, so good.
that is very much a part of my Philly theater, like why I love what we do here.
Yes, Miss Pat.
But yeah, so awesome.
Oh Lord.
We've arrived.
We've
We've
arrived.
arrived at the shenanigans.
All right, Jessica, are you
Mhm.
ready to switch gears?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
and as Cheyenne says, the director of Sandblasted, yes, and
Yes,
do it.
and we are going to warm up first with some rapid fire questions. Okay, it's
Sure.
just like 10 simple questions. The first answer that comes to mind. Are you ready? And this is just for you, Jessica.
Oh, okay. I thought we were all answering. All right. I'm so glad
just
you
for you.
clarified.
Okay, these are fun. All right, ready? Straight play or musical?
Musical.
Favorite song to roller skate to?
Thames. Anything Thames.
Nice. A favorite snack?
French fries.
Ooh. What TV show do you put on when you want to just relax?
Adventure Time.
Yes, you'd be great on that show if they
I love
like
that
it was
show.
never done
I
again.
know. It's never coming back.
Oh, okay.
know.
What beach do you go to?
We know. Ocean City.
Ocean City. If
Mhm.
you were a Disney character, who would you be, and why?
Ooh. Ariel. I want to be where the people are, but also I want to be a mermaid. Why not? There's no, you can't tell me that being a mermaid is not lit. Also, like, my hair must be magical because, as we know as Black women, wet and then dry. Come on.
I thought you were gonna quote. I thought you were about to quote that whole dang
Whole
song.
thing?
That was amazing. Okay,
There was the impulse, and I said,
I know.
Mhm,
Cats,
mhm.
dogs, fish, or birds?
Cats.
Oh, do you have one? Follow-up question. Do you have one?
No, I
Oh,
wish
okay.
I did.
What's your favorite thing about Philly?
Well, everything. I was gonna say sway. I really love the sway dance. Like, it's an LGBTQI. It's a lesbian founded dance party that happens once a month. It's amazing. It's just so true Philly, like queer, like yeah.
And
it just makes me think of pride. So sway. I'll stick with sway.
Yeah, has sway been around for ages and ages?
It feels like it has. I don't know that it has. 'Cause
Okay.
I feel like it started like before the pandemic, but not super prior
Okay.
to that.
Off air, we're gonna talk about a lesbian dance party that I went to one day.
Oh, I can't wait.
What was your favorite subject in school?
English.
Okay, are you familiar with the Golden Girls?
Yes. Barely.
Which character do you most identify with?
Rose.
Oh.
That's fascinating because you're such a
Oh no. Oh no. Who am I?
you're such a book person, smart person.
Oh.
Okay.
Her energy.
Okay. The book version, the film version, or the stage version?
The book version.
Okay. Two more.
Yes, I have
Go-to
to.
karaoke song.
Journey.
A surprising fact about you.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's okay.
I
Let's
mean, you
replace
already
that
can't
with-
read sheet music.
That was surprising.
Wait, what? I missed what both of you said.
I said the fact that she has a twin, that was surprising for
Oh yes, I have a
For
twin.
sure.
I have a twin. I have a twin sister.
Identical?
Yes, I'm 3 minutes older.
All right. My dad's an identical twin. I have a lot of
What?
twin energy in my blood.
Mm.
Now name something pink.
My jumpsuit. Sunset.
That was a lot.
Eyeshadow.
That was 3 things. That was 3 things.
My bad.
Good. Okay, I think we're ready, Jaylene.
Okay, so
I needed that warm up.
yes, there you go. We are debuting a new game on
Oh,
Pank Games. I am borrowing this game from a game I saw on the Terrell show. Shout out to Terrell on YouTube. This game is called I Know You Effing Lying. So the premise is we are going to, and Pank Pop is in the audience. Get ready to start typing. Just listen. So the premise is the person who has given the person who was given the category has to child, let me go back.
Okay,
The audience,
you
we're
got it.
already struggling. The audience gives one of us a category. Boom. The person who was given the category then has to immediately say how many things in that category they can name. For example, if the category is colors, I may say I can name 4 colors. And then Justin may say, I can name 5 colors. And then we would then proceed until someone doesn't believe the person can name that many things. Whereupon they say, I know you effing lying. So the person who initially was given the category has to then name, I said that. So the person who they challenge, now you have to name that amount of things that you just said. When somebody say, I know you effing lying, you're like, all right, I'm gonna show you. I can name 7 colors. And then you do that. And if you do it, you get the point. If you don't do it, then the other person gets the point.
Okay.
Is there a time limit on this, or you could just have as much time to think about 7 colors as you want?
No, it's 30 seconds.
Okay.
Cancel the timer out.
And the timer is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Papas, we need some categories from you. Now there is a 20-second delay, so just give him a second. But Pank Papas, name a thing that types of something or names of something or.
Okay, can we warm up? I need to warm up on this. Can we go on types of soda?
Yes. Okay.
Jaylene, how many kinds of soda can you name?
I can name 3 sodas.
Jessica?
I can name 7 sodas.
I can name 8 sodas.
I know you effing
I
lying.
know you haven't lying.
Okay, timer go.
Go.
Sprite, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Fanta, what? Pepsi, Sierra Mist, Fanta, and Seagram's ginger ale.
There you go.
Yeah, but Jessica was. you know what Jessica is like at the game night.
I'm telling you, there's a spoken and unspoken thing between the JJs. Okay, I feel ready. I feel ready. What is our first?
Mama Pat hit us with a hard one.
Dang. Come on, Pat.
Go.
Look at this.
What are you choosing?
Look at
Playwrights
this
of
one.
color.
Okay.
Woo!
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to start the bar at 6. I can name 6 playwrights of color.
Amen.
Jessica, you can name 7?
Girl. I can name 7 with that JJ bond.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just say I know you have a line.
Okay, go.
I'm not even gonna try.
Okay, let's go.
Go ahead, Jessica. Name them 7.
Lorraine.
Uh-huh.
James Imes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. James Imes. Brandon Jacob Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Sibley's Jury.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the playwright who wrote
Your play?
Oh, Charlie Von Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
Angela Remke. That was from Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
And what is her name?
Colored Museum.
Colored. Oh no.
I
Robert O'Hara's in there.
No,
that was 7, right?
That was 7.
That was 7. I did
Burly.
I barely did it. That really.
But you did that all on your own.
Gotta
Yeah.
do that. We gotta do better. That
You
should be
did
rolling
that.
them off
You
the
did, but
tongue.
you did that on your own.
That's why I ain't say nothing.
Thank you, Justin.
All right.
Thank you,
I left
Justin.
y'all out there to dry.
I'm going with Mama Pat has fruit pies. All right.
I can name 4 fruit pies.
You can name more than that. I can name 5.
I can name 6.
Whew, I'm just because I haven't gone yet, I'm gonna say I can name 7.
I think you can name 8, and I know you effing lying. So go 8.
Hey, you can't just give me. Okay. Well, okay, here go the timer.
You're already thinking about it while you start the timer. Go.
Okay, hold on. 30 seconds on the clock. You got a apple pie,
Mhm.
a blueberry pie,
Yes.
a cherry pie, a peach pie,
Just keep naming fruits.
banana cream pie, a coconut cream pie, what other kind of pie?
Nuts. Think nuts.
A pecan pie.
That is not a fruit.
Oh, that's true. Justin, a rhubarb pie.
Okay.
And see now I said 7. And a
Just name a fruit.
a pear pie.
Yeah, there are pear pies.
A pear tart. Why not?
There
Yep.
you go. Look,
You did it.
Wait,
child, I had set the timer for 2 hours. How did that happen?
Oh, that was so funny.
Okay.
Can we just? I know we're out of time, but I just want to try this one for Mama Pat. Tequila drinks.
I don't need. I can name 1. I can name 1. I'm not. This is what y'all.
This seems like an improv challenge.
Yeah.
So I can name 4.
Oh nope. I
know
5,
you-
and I know you lying. You got
Okay,
name
okay.
5, Justin.
So then there's what? Okay, set the timer. I got this. I don't even need the timer. I'm doing this in 10 seconds. You got a margarita. You've got a sangarita. You've got a Jaylene and sunrise.
a
on the top.
pomelo,
Eh,
a screwdriver.
eh.
I used to bartend.
Oh,
You know
look
we
at
had
that.
that 80 level
That's your
job.
fun fact. Wait,
Oh,
so
yeah, there it is.
as the bartender, what are 4 tequila drinks you could name?
A screwdriver, a sunrise, a margarita, a pomelo, and a tequila soda.
Wow. You won.
You won.
There it is.
You won at the
Yes.
game, and you're winning at life.
Now you know that my actual secret is that I'm a nightmare at game night. That's what we know now.
Ruthless. Really ruthless.
I
Okay,
want to win.
we only have one more thing to do with you before we go.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the hardest one.
I know you lied. Oh my god.
We are here at our Pank freestyle.
Oh wow.
No pressure. Neither one of us are freestyle artists. Okay. We just do our best. So Justin is gonna go first.
Because I always set the bar low.
And do I give you a topic?
Yes, and then I'm gonna give Jessica a topic, and then
Right.
Jessica's gonna finish by giving you a topic. So here we go,
Okay.
freestyles.
So your topic is fruit pies.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Mm.
Fruit pies. I bake it in the spring. I bake it in the fall. I like my fruit pies, and that's not all. I put nuts and berries, jams and fruits. You put it all in, and that's the loots.
I love
Like-
the loots.
The loot, like the bounty. Okay, Jessica. Are
Or
you
the
ready?
instrument.
Oh, the instrument? Yeah, it's poetry,
That's
spoken word. So it can mean everything. Okay, are you ready for your topic?
Of course not. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go. You mentioned it, and I want to hear more about it. So
Oh,
let's go with
no.
roller skating or
Yes.
skating.
Oh boy. Okay. Just a freestyle. Here we go.
hmm
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. Check me out on my skates, cause I'm on a roll. I can go reverse, step to the side. If you wanna go with me, we can ride to the roller ring. Wear our roller skates. Put on your knee pads. Make sure your brakes work. Don't want to stop. Just keep on rolling. You're gonna wanna go every night to the show, and we rolling.
Yeah! Yo, that
Mhm.
was really good, Jessica. That was like stunning.
That was so good.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And drop
Wow,
that.
y'all are great hype people. I appreciate you.
And you did it
you.
mad fast. Like, you see how slow we go when we get on time. That was great. Oh man, okay. Well, should have had you go last. What's my theme?
Oh, things that are pink.
Oh Lord. Okay. Here we are on Poppa Pank, thinking about things that are pink. Jessica's on the show, so her I want to thank. Maybe I'll give her a flower, something like a rose. That's more red, but hey, that's the color that I chose because pink is a lovely color. It brings the world joy.
Yes.
Man, I love pink. Boy, oh boy. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Wow. We took the
Yes.
car. We took the long way.
Not the long way, Justin. Shut up, Justin.
Jessica,
Listen.
thank you so much for joining us. Before you go, can you remind us what projects do you have coming up? And we can't agree more with Janice. Love Jessica's energy. What do you have coming up?
I have another show coming up. I don't know if I should announce it yet.
No,
I'm
not
really
yet.
excited. Get to be Black and queer on stage.
I'm
Super
so
pumped.
excited about that secret show.
Yes. And please come see Sandblasted. And yeah, please come say hi and see us at the
Here it
show.
goes. Here it goes. There's the right one. Sandblast.
I have no fun things to say because I've been full time. I'm so sorry, everyone.
No,
Shaking
listen.
the table.
We are so grateful for you. Y'all, Pank Papas, go out to Norristown, Pennsylvania, and see Sandblasted at Theater Horizon running through June 4th. Tickets at theaterhorizon.org/sandblasted. Everyone had a blast here with you, our Pank Papas, saying they love your energy. Thanks for the joy, Jessica. We have enjoyed you. And we're gonna say goodbye to you now. All right.
Bye, everybody. Thanks so much for having me.
Yay!
Absolutely.
Bye. Yay! Oh my gosh. I
What
love me
amazing
some JJ.
time.
Okay, we're running out of time here, but Jessica told us about upcoming events. Now it's our turn to share some things to look out for in a segment we like to call Pank Forecast.
Pank Forecast.
Ooh, the voice lessons are paying off. They heard that out on Allegheny. Now, Jaylene, what do you have coming up?
Oh, I have so many things coming up. So I got open mics for each of y'all. I got an open mic for Jessica, and I got an open mic for Jessica.
And you get an open mic, and you get an open mic, and you get an open mic.
So up first is Jessica's open mic. I'm doing an open mic for Sandblasted. This is my first time doing one at Theater Horizon. It will be Friday, June 2nd. And it's different than the ones I do at the Wilma because this one is actually after the show. So you can come see the show at 7:30, I believe. And yes, at 7:30. And then the open mic will be immediately following the show. There's going to be refreshments and whatnot. So please join us. Then on June 9th, I will be doing Strut, a Harlem Renaissance cabaret at World Cafe Live. This is Friday, June 9th at 8:30. There are two shows that day. I'm only in the 8:30 31. And it is basically a cabaret based on like Harlem and the Harlem Renaissance and artists. And I'll be doing poetry. I'll be doing some things from Renaissance in the belly of a killer whale. Like it's gonna be great. So come on out to that.
And my recent castmate Melanie Cotton is in that too.
That's
Go
right.
see
That's
that. Go see
right.
Mel.
So come see us. And then Justin's open mic. I'm doing an open mic for 12th night, which Justin is in. That's at the Wilma on Monday, June 26th at 7 p.m. featuring Gabriel Ramirez, who is such a great poet. So sign up for that. And then finally, y'all, this is my baby right here. It was just announced today. I am curating my own show at World Cafe Live. It is called Verses and Rhythm Features Only, and it's featuring 5 poets, including myself, all doing sets. So it's all poets who are doing 5 feature sets. And it's going to be a great night. Some of the hottest poets in Philadelphia. And it'll be like a multimedia show. So you'll see poets using live music. You'll see them, some using projections. Like it's going to be like each poet is doing their own little tiny desk performance. So please come out to that. Get tickets at worldcafelive.org because this is my baby. I'm putting this together. I really would love for that joint to be packed and live. So please come out Thursday, June 29th at 8 p.m. Whoo, that was a lot. Justin, what you got to say?
Well, if you need an actor for your multimedia piece, let me know. Okay, so 2 things real fast. The first is 12th night at the Wilma Theater, June 6th through 25th, Wilma Theater, er.org. You'll hear more about that in a future episode. It's a blast. But the thing that I'm most excited about right now, and before that, well, at the same time as that, is Albie's Elevator, which stars both Jaylene and I. It's a TV show that we did for WHYY PBS Kids, June 12th through 30th, every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. You can stream it on WHYY's website at video.whyy.org/livestream/. So I'm really excited. I saw an episode today and I was crying because I was so happy and proud. And then I was laughing because it's really funny and really engaging. And I think we do a pretty good job on it.
Yeah, it's so good. I also saw like the intro and a bit of an episode today, and it's just amazing, y'all. Like we in a TV show and we in the beginning, like we in the theme song part. Like,
Yes.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Great.
So yeah. Okay.
All right. Here we are at the end of the episode.
Yes. Our next episode is going to be Wednesday, June 7th at 9 p.m. So tune in. And Justin, we always end with a proverb. He doesn't do well at saying
idioms and sayings. I have no idea. Still don't know. 6 1 half a.
Just
I don't know how that goes.
Give us a proverb about taking a break, because Jessica talked about, sometimes you got to take a little rest. Take a little
So that's like that good old saying that's if the grind is getting you, grind some beans.
Yes. If the grind is getting you, grind some beans.
We all could use a little bit more hummus in our lives. Wait, are chickpeas beans? Yes, they're beans. Thank you. Whew. I almost had a moment. Okay.
Well, that advice right there is going to get you through your week out there. I know. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you like to donate to Poppa Pank, we are $ Poppa Pank on Cash App. We're also on PayPal, or just email us or DM us if you would like to give in some way. We would really appreciate it, because that helps make this podcast possible, because we are just funding it out of our own pockets. So.
And some other credits: Jordan McCree, who wrote our music; Tracy A. Cassius, our studio editor; all of our past guests; Jessica Johnson for tonight; and you, our followers, our Pank Poppas. Thank you to those of you who are tuning in with us right now live. or listening to us later. Please plug us on social media and subscribe to us on all the platforms.
And rate us 5 stars, please.
And with that
ends our episode. Okay. Bye.